water temperature variations are bad in both directions for a variety of reasons. Starting with the really cold water that people might see in mixing stock solutions, if the water's too cold, you're just reducing the solubility of every one of the minerals that goes into that solution. And if you reduce the solubility too much in a concentrated stock solution, or even when it's being mixed into a batch tank, you're increasing the likelihood of precipitation products forming. You can fit less of those minerals into the water. Increasing the warmth there is the right move. And sometimes that just means getting your tanks up off the ground, giving them an air gap between the concrete and the tank, putting a piece of foam underneath them, and conditioning the room so it's keeping those tanks, around 65 degrees or so. You don't want to be hitting your plants with really cold water in the root zone either. Something we know really clearly from greenhouses and outdoors that if the root zone temperatures drop down too low, photosynthesis just stops. You can have great ambient air temperatures, lighting, and everything, but your plant growth will be incredibly slow and yields will be really slow. And that's why you see all sorts of different ways to heat the root zone. One of the really effective ways is hydronic heating systems that run pipes with warm water through the root zone in greenhouses. And you can see that double growth rates in certain conditions. And then on the other side, we've seen more and more of this over the last few years of facilities that run into problems in the summer and fall when water temperatures rise to their highest. And when water temperatures get really warm, you're going to see much lower dissolved oxygen levels over time. The other issue with warm temperatures is bacteria and fungi, and any microbial growth is just going to grow that much faster. So you'll see a sort of pattern of facilities that do a bit worse during that time of the year and the end of the summer and the fall when the source water is at its highest temperature and they don't really understand why. Then when things start cooling back down, the water temperatures cool, the microbial load drops, the facilities start performing a lot better. And I think we're going to be seeing more and more of this, like the water systems and ground reservoirs and things like that are going to be more susceptible to changes in the environment as water tables get lower. So I really encourage facilities to sort of track this, see if there's trends there, and then take steps to measure the relative factors in the water, the temperature, the dissolved oxygen, the microbial content, and take steps to mitigate those issues.